Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and I'm here with Jackie Lammert from GNU Snowboards. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
So good. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Jackie is a GNU rider. She rides a lot of these decks, the Chromatic, the Be Nice, and of course the Gloss. We're talking about today the 2018 Chromatic. This is a new board, right?
Yeah.
Who's this for, and how does this thing feel?
Honestly, I think it can be for just about anyone.
Okay.
It's a really playful snowboard. Like it's pretty flexible.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. Like I said, with this BTX, you don't ever feel like you're gonna catch your edge.
What's BTX?
So it's the type of shape, I guess, of the snowboard. So we've got like banana under the feet, and then you kind of get a little bit into some of the more mild camber on the tip and tail.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. I feel like it's a pretty loose snowboard.
Okay.
But it handles really well, like on jumps at higher speeds. Pretty much whatever you want to do with this snowboard, I think you can do.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I rode it for a lot of the winter, and then rode it pretty much all of my summer.
Yeah. So you're at Cascade.
Yeah.
And that's mostly like freestyle terrain.
Yeah, I mean you've got like the ride down from the chairlift to the train park, and then you just chill in the train park all day, and then you ride down to the parking lot. But it's kind of cool. It's like a really good place to like really test out a piece of gear because like a cool thing to do up there is a Palmer Point. So you get off the chair at the top of Palmer, and you just like point to the train park. And to be honest, like this was my third summer out at High Cascade, and I did my first Palmer Point this summer, and then I was obsessed with it. I did it like every day.
Really?
Yeah, I was just scared before. My first summer out there, my very first run of my very first year out there, I fell very hard. Like literally the first run, like
when it's like ice hard pack in the morning.
Yeah, and I was going way too fast, and I like tumbled multiple times, and ended up like digging my toe side edge in, and then my ankle was weird all summer. So like I had been scared to go fast on that glacier because you just I'm from Michigan. Our hill's like 300 feet tall. Like you don't get going that fast there.
Right.
Like you hit the bottom before you do. So yeah, Palmer Points were like kind of this mythical land for me until this summer, and then I loved them. But moral of the story was I rode this all summer, and it's like super flexible, so it's great like pressing on rails.
Good for jibbing.
Yeah, exactly. But then it holds up. Like doing Palmer Points, like it's not sketchy at all, and which means like you're coming into a jump fast, like it'll hold up, and it's just a great all around snowboard.
Now you were kind of saying about the Be Nice, which is just a little bit different than this one. This one is non-asymmetrical.
Yeah. Exactly.
The deck handles well, even though it's like a softer board and has a kind of a loose feel because of the banana or the reverse camber in between the feet. It still can hold an edge pretty good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like what makes the Chromatic hold the edge so well?
I think what helps with all Mervin snowboards is the Magne-traction.
Okay.
And that's huge. It's just they have instead of 2 contact points when you're kind of up on edge when you're actually snowboarding making a turn, your usual contact points would be like right here and like right back there.
Yep.
With the Magne-traction, they have if you look down, like if you were to take this snowboard and look down it like this, you can see the different contact points. And I believe there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
But so basically what that does is when you go to make a turn on a snowboard and you tip the snowboard up like this, when you start to flex that snowboard, it doesn't take a whole lot to get those 6 contact points to be touching the snow.
Got it.
And so there it makes it easier to like grip and make that turn, which that's on, I want to say, every Mervin snowboard.
Wow.
Through every line, through the GNU line, the lib line, and then we press Roxy too, or they press Roxy too.
Yeah.
And I really stand by the Magne-traction. Like I think it makes a huge difference, especially like you guys have the same thing here, but it's really cold in Michigan. Like it softens up in the spring, but that's like about it.
Yep.
And it's super helpful, like being somebody that kind of like straight out of the box, like I usually dull my edges a little bit. You really feel it compared to like other snowboards. You're not slipping around, and you can.
It's true. Like it is. Like when Magne-traction first kind of came out, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, I don't know.
A lot of people were. Some people even still are.
I know, which is so crazy. But if you get on it, if you're able to like demo a GNU deck or a Mervin deck,
try it out.
Dude, try it out. It's like if you're riding hard pack, like
it'll change
it's a dream come true.
It changes your world.
Oh, totally.
Of what you think a snowboard is like capable of. Like, I think it's amazing.
So much. Now, besides the cool graphic, it has this crazy top sheet. What's the story with like how GNU, like they're eco-friendly, they do some special stuff with their inks, and what's the story behind that?
I think the story behind doing the top sheets this way, I think one of the reasons, and I probably don't know them all, but it creates less one-offs. It creates less boards that you have like maybe an issue pressing it, and it's not. I would say, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm thinking back last night to Greg's presentation.
Yeah.
And I know that it's it's a little bit more resistant to like chipping.
Yeah.
And things like that. I think the snow slides off of it pretty well.
Yep. It has like this unique like 3D contour.
Yeah, it's really cool actually, and they have like some little hidden like GNU things in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I first got it, I thought it was cool because it kind of added this like a depth, like just artistically, like to the graphics that wouldn't exist if it wasn't there.
Yep.
But I think a lot of it is to be a bit tougher so that snowboards aren't getting dinged up and destroyed quite as much.
And that's important because like if you're spending like your hard-earned cash on a board, like you want it to stand up. And you guys, GNU also has like a really cool like kind of eco-friendly story too. Like I know it kind of like that hits you on a personal note because that's something that you kind of like to live by. What makes Mervin or GNU's kind of eco story so special?
I think it's special. I think it's special because there's absolutely zero hazardous waste coming out of that factory, and that's important. That should be important to everyone that snowboards.
Right.
We have to care, otherwise, our kids, our grandkids won't be snowboarding.
Right.
And that's heavy. Like when you think about how much joy that's brought, like you or me or anybody else that loves snowboarding, whether they love it on the weekends or they love it every single day, and it's their entire life. Like you need to care about that, and having visited this factory, and I had heard about it before I went, and then and I had been to factories before. Like my dad was in the automotive industry, and he used to actually like he owned a business, and they made like plastic parts for cars, and his factory was just really close to where we lived, so it was like a good American made thing, and it was cool, but like it's hazardous. Like you go in there and people are wearing masks, and it's not a zone that you like want to spend a whole lot of time in. And as far as this factory, like you go there and no one's wearing masks. It just smells like wood. They recycled things and then they recycle them again. Like it's insane the processes that they go through. All the inks are like a water base, I believe, is what. And so it's amazing actually to me that they can get colors like this out of something that's
pop. They don't look diluted.
Not at all. No, they look even more like, to me they look. I don't know how they could get any more vibrant.
Right.
So it was cool, like to go in there and see everything getting printed, and it was mind blowing to see that this entire factory, like there's dogs there, there's people there just chilling, and like I just was walking around, like didn't have to wear a mask. All I had to wear was safety glasses, But yeah, I think to me that's like the biggest thing, is that to be able to say that you make these snowboards, you produce this thing, and there's 100% zero hazardous waste. Like your wood scraps go to the local grocery stores for firewood. Like your sidewalls, the sidewalls are recycled into a sidewall, and then after the sidewall, now they're starting to make these skate rails out of the sidewalls.
Right. That's some one guy at the factory was just like using excess stuff, making skate rails for the whatever. Rad. That's right.
The whole thing is so cool, and everyone there like lives by it, and that's something that I want to be a part of, because that's what you need.
Right.
You need people that care about snowboarding. You need people that care about the environment, and like this company through and through. Like, check it out. The website is, I think it's mervinmade.com, and they go through and they the whole website is dedicated to explaining how they do this. Yeah. And they show you everything really. The whole process, and it's really cool. There's like a good little history lesson on there about like how GNU and Lib and how it was started, and it really like gives you a good feel of what that company's all about. Right.
And the Chromatic board, it has all those cool unique things that is eco-friendly, and it rides good.
It's amazing.
Now, what is your all-time favorite thing about how the Chromatic feels when you ride it?
I just like how it almost seems like you can like effortlessly press on a rail. Okay. Yet it still feels stable somehow.
Stable, like when you're just cruising around?
Yeah, like when you get off that rail, like, you know, sometimes if you ever had this experience, like you'll borrow somebody's board or something. Somebody's like, hey, I want to try your board. I let people try my snowboards all the time. I'm like, yo, try it. Like, you'll end up getting one, you know? Like,
you'll get one.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But, you know, you had that snowboard and you're like, oh, like, cool, I can do the biggest 5-0 of my life, but now I can't even make a turn over here. Like,
because it's too soft.
Because it's just a noodle. And I think that's like a true art form is when you can make a snowboard that performs in a way that, you know, you don't struggle to do the things. It's not too stiff to do the things that you really want to do, like press a rail or like, you know, like dink around on the snow or do whatever. But it holds up, you know, and it doesn't feel like when you're going fast, like the tip and tail are like wobbling on you. You know, you can like really go fast and like make turns. Yeah. Because that's really what it's all about. Like, you gotta make a turn on a snowboard. You know what I mean? Like, that's like one of the most magical feelings.
That is, like, just ripping it.
But so that's probably one of my favorite things about this snowboard is that it's like super playful, super jibby, super fun, and then but it also just really like you can Palmer point on it.
Heck yeah.
So
that's awesome, Jackie. Thank you so much for being here. Really.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you guys for watching. This is the Chromatic from GNU, a new board to the line for 2018 that you can check out at thehouse.com. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. You can dive into some of the other videos that Jackie and I just shot. You can watch her interview, which is pretty awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we'll see you guys around, hopefully on snow. Peace.